can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can get in the limit. Yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence for my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On second down, here's Keenum. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Gun! Two!
Following the interception, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yellow! Hey, 382, Liz, 50.
Third and long for Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Keenum now on second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
No, Roger.
On first down, Keenum. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Lino. Lucky 50.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Pretty move. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run. So now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. It's Cousins on the sneak, and able to follow his center and pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Black. Here we go.
Cousins to throw it this time. And right with it here over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Cousins dancing to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third and short yardage. Cousins flush to his right. He may try and run. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now a first down throw. Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A second down carry for Booker. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down. Keenum. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They are going for it. Keenum. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They go play action here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, Cousins again. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the Stephon Diggs, 38 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
Well, the easy answer is nothing, because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So, for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
Well, they convert on third with a gain of 22.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The veteran Terrence Newman on the coverage. Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
$41.6 million minus $200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
Keenum now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Keenum now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Off play action. Keenum. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And McManus able to put it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A first down throw for Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A toss to Cook. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
It's real simple. Sometimes you just have to know when to cut your losses. I mean, to continue to retreat and go backwards, not a good idea. The one silver lining, where the ball is placed, it's really still in a spot for normal punt formation. Not backed up, not where it has to be quick. The punter has to alter his steps. Now he can probably go through his normal stuff. If they protect well, they can punt it out there and help themselves with their field position.
Now Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Jones on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll run it now for the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
4th down for Keenum. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Here we go. Check. Lucky 50.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action, make it look like the same exact play, and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Now a run with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Shelling through the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Adam Jones taking it in. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. To throw, Cousins. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now a second down throw for Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now it's Keenum here off the bootleg. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Keenum. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Now Keenum got to have this one. And he's going to go down again. Eric Kendricks able to drop him for a loss of 4. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw on second down is Keenum. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. They
come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing here, Cousins, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Now Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's to his running back, complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Let's go.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. To throw is Keenum, escaping the pressure right. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Keenum on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home